Hello everyone, in this video let us talk about a new app that I found recently on the marketplace called Transition Colors for Jira. So today I found this app called Transition Colors for Jira, and as the name suggests, this app I believe will let you change the color of your transition buttons that you see on your workflow, or basically when you're working with the issues on the issue view screen. On top you have the buttons, and those buttons are nothing but your transition buttons. And if you look at the marketplace listing, it says that you can have color transition buttons in Jira issues. I believe you can assign the colors based on what you're trying to do. So if you are resolving the issue or if you're closing the issue, the green color is quite relevant. Same colors used for transition buttons then in Jira workflows. So I believe based on the status color, you can have a similar color for your transition, which is good. So this is something that is also basically listed or mentioned on the marketplace listing of the app. So let us try to check how this app will work. And what I have already done, I have installed this app, Transition Colors for Jira. And first of all, there is no configuration option here. So I believe I need to go to the workflow maybe. I don't know how to use this app. I should be reading the documentation, but usually I try to basically check how I can use the app easily without reading documentation. Basically, I want to know if the app is intuitive or not. So let us click on the workflow scheme so we can take a look at the workflows. So this option to change the colors, ideally it should be available when you're working with the transitions. But let us see. So I'm working on my on my workflow. So let me click on the edit under actions so I can modify the workflow, and then I will take a look if we have any such option to modify the color. So let us use the diagram view, and okay, so we have the workflow in front of us, and if I click on, let us say, this transition, which is coming from which is basically the which is a global transition going to do, I can click on edit. So is there any option here? No, there is no option here. What else I can do here? I don't know what to do. There is no new option that I'm aware of. If I click on edit, so there is no such option, which is fine. Let us not panic. So let us find the status on the left hand side, and if I look at the status here, I do have some colors which we all know. These colors are there for you when you are working on the workflows. So you have different categories, which is nothing but a color. So let me read the documentation. I think it is good to read the documentation because I don't know what to do. So let us click on the documentation link. I'll open it in a new separate window. It says the transition colors for Jira, and of course it is same as the marketplace listing. So transition for I'm trying to read the page. Transition Colors for Jira is a simple front-end app that brings some colors to your Jira issues. After installing the app, the normally gray transition buttons in Jira issue will appear in color. The colors indicate to which status type the transition is going. So I think there is no configuration. All I need to do, I just need to take a look at one of my issue, and I believe the color will be picked from the status where the transition is going. So this is interesting. I was hoping to have some configuration where I can apply my own color, but again, it is good to have those colors so that when you click on the button, you know what is going to happen. If you know how the colors work in your uh, I mean, in your Jira instance, the colors for different statuses, they don't really signify I mean, it's not something that you can configure. You can't really have like any color. You're limited by 3 colors, and that is what I can see right now. If I click on to do, it is nothing but it seems like a transition. It seems like a status, but it is not really a status. It is a transition that will go to do. So if I click on to do, it will be to do, of course. I mean, the status is right now in progress, but uh, this is actually nothing but the color that will be picked from the status. And I believe this particular app is using or it is basically injecting CSS on the UI, which you can also do using fragments in Scriptner for Jira. I made one video on this topic where I talked about how to insert CSS or maybe JavaScript, and not really fragments. Sorry, it was, I believe, resources. It has been a while. I think I did that video. I made that video quite a while back, but you can do the same thing using a Scriptner for Jira. But I believe this app is interesting. Let me check the price because I want to know if this app is expensive or free. So this app is not really free. It is um, it is not really expensive, but you need to pay, of course, pay for it. But I can understand. I mean, the moment you install the app, you are done, and you will have some colors that is not really possible otherwise. And this is something that I have wanted to do today. I wanted to take a look at this app because usually every week I spend some time on the marketplace listing and I try to evaluate the new apps that are released on the marketplace. And this is all I wanted to share in this video. I hope you enjoyed and you learned something new today. Thank you very much.